Hello everybody! Today I'd like to ask you all a very simple question. If you could pick one character to be in Smash Ultimate, who would it be and why? It's honestly incredible that I'm actually able to ask that question. After all, it's been a while since we had a new Smash game on the horizon, and one without a complete roster. I'm making this video to serve as a piece of discussion, to express my thoughts about certain characters that I'd love to see in Smash Ultimate, and to ask others for their opinions. I asked you guys on my Twitter and Discord about which character you'd want to see in Smush. Yes, I'm unironically abbreviating Ultimate as Smush, fight me, and I'm going to read your responses as I further elaborate on them. I received plenty of replies to read through, so with that, let's begin. Up first, we have Veva, who'd like to see Hollow Knight in Smash. He already has a great moveset from his own game, his design is unique and recognizable, and, most importantly, he looks very cute. Hollow Knight has been on my list of games to play for a while now, and from what I've already seen from the gameplay and trailers, I can see why Veva would pick this character. He looks very small compared to the world around him, and he moves very fast with his attacks and movement in general. Having another third-party character would certainly add more diversity among the current roster as well, so I'd be hyped to see Hollow Knight in Smash. Insomniac thinks that John would be a perfect Echo Fighter for Bayonetta, and I'm not sure if that's a good idea. Jean is undoubtedly a great character, and she is unique from Bayonetta in multiple ways, but not really in a gameplay sense. There aren't enough differences from their moves to warrant her being a whole character. If anything, I'd prefer her as an ult instead of what Smash 4 did to represent her as an ult. Give me the ability to play as Jean with Bayo's moveset, and I'd be happy with that. Banjo-Kazooie has reassurance that Microsoft still knows they exist. Oh, Seaver, you poor boy, you poor lad. We can only hope. Duke suggests that Hyrule Warriors version of Impa should be in the game. I'll admit I wasn't too fond of the game when it first released, but I remember how much I loved its version of Impa, and how much fun it was to play as her with her giant sword and fast movement. So I think it'd be cool if she got in. Plus, adding another Legend of Zelda character would be really cool to see. So as expected, some people want to see Waluigi in Smash, and I'm so utterly confused why that is. I guess he'd serve as a fun joke character, but besides that, I don't have much to say on him possibly being in Smash. Also, how could you improve upon what is already the greatest form of Waluigi in Smash that we'll ever get, that being in Brawl Minus? I mean, come on, what is better than this? This is literally perfection. I don't know what you guys are talking about. This is quite literally perfection. Octavia says Captain Toad from Treasure Tracker. Now I've seen many people say that they want him in Smash, and I had no idea why. That is until I watched Braxton's animation showcasing his idea of his moveset, and now I'm all for the idea of Toad being in Smash. Seriously, I highly implore you guys watch this video. He made a whole moveset for Captain Toad from scratch, taking inspiration from Captain Toad Treasure Tracker, and it honestly looks really promising. Cetrus could very much prefer that Zero from Mega Man X was a character, and that Medusa is an Echo Fighter for Palutena. Now I can't really say much about Zero since I've never played any Mega Man games, but I have plenty to offer with his other suggestion. I don't think Medusa would serve as a good pick as Palutena's Echo, or as a standalone character, because there isn't much of anything to go off of from her retro iteration and her short appearance Kid Icarus Uprising. Plus, having another Kid Icarus slated Echo Fighter would make half of the franchise's characters in Smash be clones, which would lead to them having a bad representation in the Smash community. Kid Icarus is one of Nintendo's least known properties, and the people who don't already know about it would surely get disinterested in its presence in Smash if Medusa became an Echo Fighter, and the people who played all three Kid Icarus games would get confused from her being her own character since there really isn't much to go off of as is. I found multiple people wanting Shantae to be in Smash, and I can see why that is. Shantae is one of my favorite indie game characters, and she has more than enough variety in her abilities and personality to be a playable character in Ultimate. Make it so her special moves allow her to use her transformations, and that'd be pretty cool. Jaywa says Shovel Knight because he's been revered as one of the best indie games in the past few years, and his game brings amazing nostalgic and original elements of old side-scrolling games. Seeing Shovel Knight in Smash would be incredible since he has a very defined moveset with his trusty shovel, and with a variety of items he has at his disposal. If he does join Ultimate's roster, then I'd love for one of his specials to change the armor he's wearing in the middle of a game to give him certain bonuses and weaknesses, depending on the armor he's wearing. I know that isn't something he can actually do in his own game, but Nintendo had to create brand new movesets for certain characters that don't exactly replicate the franchise they're from, so I think they can take some liberties on something like that. Steve from Minecraft, because why not? Listen, there's no way that Steve is getting into Smash, and that's that. Now if there is any chance of me being wrong, which there is none, then I'll make a Steve combo video out of spite. Unsurprisingly as well, we have someone wanting Sora in Smash, and yeah, that'd be pretty amazing. I love Kingdom Hearts, and seeing Sora in Ultimate would honestly be incredible. But I have my doubts. It is true that there have been multiple Kingdom Hearts games on Nintendo consoles, so maybe his chances aren't too slim for him to join the roster, and it wouldn't be too hard to understand how he plays since Smash Bros. 2 has him as a playable character, with a very technical moveset that plays homage to his abilities and his games. Kirby Fan 1992 would like Alf to be his own character instead of just being an Alt for Olimar or his own Echo Fighter. Going back to what I said about Insomniac's suggestion, there isn't enough differentiation between the two when it comes to how they play to make him a playable character on his own. It'd still be cool if Alf is still an Alt for Olimar in Ultimate though. Shadow or Dixie Kong as Echo Fighters? Yeah, I'd say it'd be pretty easy, for Shadow at the very least. Dixie isn't all that different from Diddy Kong, in my opinion. Seriously, if you gave him an alt with him wearing a blonde wig, I would just assume that's Dixie Kong. Olsen wants Flick, the ant from Bug's Life, to be in Smash. I'll admit, that's a new kind of obscurity if I've ever heard any other suggestion like that. Maybe he can throw berries like he did in that PS1 game he was in. Alright, here's one that I found interesting. Genji from Overwatch as a Fox clone. Now either this guy is crazy, or I'm just as crazy, since I think this is a cool idea. Of course, most people would be interested in seeing an Overwatch character of all things in Smash, but it'd make no sense to make him Fox's Echo Fighter. I can see how Illusion can be replaced with Swift Strike, but as far as I know, Fox doesn't have a sword, Genji can only use Reflect for a short period of time until it goes into cooldown, so it can't take place of Shine, and I'm pretty sure Fox isn't even half this guy's height. Also, it makes sense how Fox's lasers don't do knockback, though if you were to replace that with a mechanically enhanced ninja throwing shoryukens at rapid fire, then I think there would be some impact made by that attack. Now that I've gotten everyone's suggestions out of the way, I'll end things off by talking about who I'd like to see in Smash Ultimate. First off, we have Bandana D. We haven't seen a new Kirby character ever since Brawl, and there can never, and I mean never, be enough Kirby characters, so yeah, I think it'd be cool if he was in the game. Decidueye would be a welcome addition since each Smash game added a new Pokemon to its roster, and it has an established moveset in Pokken, so if it isn't too hard to translate that to a 2D platform fighter, then I'd say go for it. Finally, I want to end this off with the one character that I'd like to see more than anyone else join Smash Ultimate. And that character is Vernias from Kid Icarus Uprising. As many of you know, Kid Icarus is my favorite Nintendo property, hell, even my favorite video game franchise in general, so seeing a new Kid Icarus character be in Smash would make me so incredibly happy. Now, the reason why I think Vernias would work as another Kid Icarus representative in Smash instead of Medusa is because she has enough to be her own character and not just a nonsensical clone. She got a lot of development and screen time in Uprising that displayed her personality and her potential moveset. For example, her final smash could be a reset bomb detonating on the battlefield as enemies take damage over time, or she can summon Orlon and shoot a giant laser from his lunar sanctum. She can manipulate plant life and turn it into minions and weapons to use against her enemies, and even create hot springs that she can use to heal herself and her opponents. As impractical as my ideas for Smash characters are, there's no harm in expressing my opinions on who I'd like to see in the next Smash game. After all, that's the whole point of this video, and it was a lot of fun seeing what other people have to say about who should be in Ultimate. Now, to the people watching, I'd like to reiterate what I asked you from the very beginning. If you can pick one character to be in Smash Ultimate, who would it be and why? There's endless possibilities and potential to be found from speculating about who's going to be in Smash, and I'd love to hear what you all have to say as well. Tell me down below in the comments who you'd like to see in Smash Ultimate, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Thanks for watching, everybody. Hope you all have a good day.